The reason why I'm making this video is because it deeply grieves my spirit that so many people who are, best way I can put it is, earning a living off of the name of Jesus as Christian artists, doing music, Christian podcasters, Christian streamers. We do Christian clothing now. Christian influencers who are getting paid for Christian content. If we are getting paid off of art, or in a lot of ways turning Jesus into a niche for the sake of our careers, then there was a different standard for us to be held up to than someone who works a regular job and is a Christian. When you are a Christian in the public eye, it's not the same as someone who goes to work every day as a Christian. We all work with and around people who don't necessarily believe in Jesus, who are Muslims, who are Jehovah's Witnesses, Hebrew Israelites, in our families. But the difference is that someone who works a regular job is not being paid off of the name of Jesus or because they're a Christian. And the reason why I say this is because when it comes to art or writing books, Christians are supporting Christians. The reason why someone streams or comes to your concert as a Christian is most likely only because they are a Christian themselves, or they've been invited by someone who is. So when they are supporting you, they are supporting Jesus, his ministry, and his kingdom. Only real reason someone might pick up a Christian book by a Christian author is because they want to support another Christian. People don't even read the Bible. The primary audience for Christian content are Christians, or at least those who say we believe in Jesus. This is why so many Christians who try to move into the secular world are usually not hugely successful, because they lose their fan base unless they change their content. But I'm noticing that today, even that narrative is changing for Christians within the world, because we're being invited as long as we present a Jesus that is likable and only talks about us being successful and having a good life. But I digress. And that's the difference between making a living off of art and actually having to work every day. None of us want to have to work, but it builds character. So anyone who is living off of creativity or playing sports is in a 1 in a million position, because most of us do this all of our childhood for free. But if someone who is a Christian gets up every day and goes out and does farming, or goes out and filters waters for us all to drink, food and water. If someone gets up every day as a craftsman and builds homes, does construction work as a Christian, they are not getting paid to be a Christian or by other Christians. They're getting paid because of the quality of their work. The main difference is that we all love art. We all enjoy music, but it's not a necessity of life in the way that many other careers are. That's why when so many of us in this world start businesses, they don't last long, because we're building businesses based off of luxuries instead of necessities. If they have to, people could live without. And to take it all the way back to the beginning, the reason why this grieves me is because too many of us as Christian art makers are trying to suppress this reality. You're leading far more people than someone who goes to work every day and privately talks to people about Jesus. And as wonderful and extraordinary as you are at your art, you are being paid more and supported more because of your beliefs than your talent. Of course, I'm not saying that we're not talented as Christians. There are a lot of people who can sing and can rap and can write and can do all forms of art. But when we do it for Jesus, people are buying into Jesus more than they are buying into the talent of that person. So hold yourself accountable and hold the value of that weight rightfully. You're making money off a name that a lot of people would love to, and that a lot of people unrightfully do. If God truly gave us our value, let's not distort his image, because a lot of us are. We're marketing Jesus more than we're mirroring Jesus. We're using the same marketing tactics as the world. You say that music careers is a part of American culture and streaming careers, well, that still doesn't mean that we should be following the culture. Absolutely don't believe there's anything wrong with doing these things, but I do believe there's something wrong with how we're doing it. And of course, I don't know anyone's heart, but the reason behind why some of us are doing it. This is why anyone can say Jesus and everyone thinks we're talking about the same Jesus, when many of us only believe in a false Jesus who promises glamour and success instead of laying down our lives. We shouldn't be using the same marketing tactics over social media with, if I get so many likes or so many comments, I'll release this. Come join my Patreon or get an exclusive membership so that you can get unreleased content. Be the first. These are worldly tactics, and even a lot of artists in the world are navigating the industry differently now. They have to go out and be more face to face with their audience. We should be giving people what God put in our hearts freely. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get paid off the work ethic that you put into your art, but I am saying that you need to be more aware that people are actually buying more so into your ministry. So how are you leading the people that's supporting you? We say we're not trying to gain attention for ourselves, but the way we market ourselves and what we do says something otherwise, says something totally different. It brings into question whether we're really doing this for Jesus or whether we're trying to brand and market ourselves. All this remixing and mixing and doing all of the same dances, all of the Christian content is just a replica of something that's in the world. How creative are we really? We say we're doing it to redeem it, but why can't we just create something special and unique to us? I'm not saying it's going to be so different, but when something truly illuminates God, the real Jesus, it will stand out. Where are we truly leading the people who are watching us? Towards success, prosperity, fulfilling our goals and our dreams in this world, or towards Jesus? That's my challenge to you if you're a Christian creative. Because if we truly be honest with ourselves, that's the only reason why a lot of people who support us, because we're a fellow Christian. I love you from here to heaven.